Have you ever wondered what your purpose in life was? I know I have. And today I am going to share with you how I found purpose for my life after leaving my 9 to 5 job. We're also going to tackle some chores, and I can't wait to share my story. Back in July of 2024, God was slowly closing a door on the life I sat in uncomfortably and unhappily. He had placed a dream on my heart, a yearning for more. That yearning tugged at my heart for months, even years before he opened a window, and just a window. Welcome to Pinebrook Homestead. My name is Marie if you are new here. If you are returning, welcome back. On paper, none of it made sense. But what I did know was I was dying inside. God asked for my faith in this new journey. I reached out through that window and jumped with a lot of prayers. Proverbs 3:5 reminded me, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. In all your way, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path." I came home with excitement. But what is my purpose now? And what am I going to do? The first few weeks were amazing. Caught up on sleep that the last 8 years robbed me from. I saw my teenagers more and slowed down to have real conversations with them. My husband and I saw each other more and not just one day a week. I continued to study the Word and prayed for direction daily. Although sometimes when we zero in on direction, it's the only thing we can see. Instead of a straight path, it appears to be a forest of trees with multiple paths in many directions. So which way do I go? And if I was not still, could I still hear or relish in God's Spirit and guidance? Now, being still did not mean that I just sat around doing nothing. Oh no, I embraced my homemaking skills, finished the 2024 gardens, and developed a stronger relationship with my granddaughter. Being still meant I didn't force a path or have goals that I could complete without God. Being still consisted of daily devotions, study, and deep prayer. It also meant developing the skills to start this channel. I had no idea what I was doing. Taking video, editing, uploading, the ins and outs of YouTube. I remember a very dismal day in November when I laid on the floor in tears and cried out to God that I was failing. I succumbed to the feelings of the enemy. I had shut out the world and friends except for family. I humbly proclaimed I avoid people. At least I avoided all the hurt and everyone I associated with it. I wasn't mad, but fearful of their judgment. I hadn't found a new career, or at least one that was worthy of society's status. I was a homemaker, dabbling in a YouTube channel. But to my closest friends and family, I started a ministry for other women around my age to encourage, speak truth, and expose the hardships of midlife. God reminded me today in my devotional hour, Psalm 32:8, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you and watch over you." On my quest of finding my purpose, there were hard times. sometimes very hard. I will not sugarcoat my journey. There were times when on paper our finances didn't add up, but our bills were always paid and food nourishing the family. I asked myself one day, what was I willing to give up to be able to live this life of peace and finally find my purpose along the way? Well, I gave up shopping and a vehicle I loved. I had plenty, more than enough actually, and the material things meant nothing to the peace I had found. But I continued to search for my purpose. On the quiet days, I questioned, even combed through the help wanted ads. The enemy of doubt plagued me often. Doubt of making this life work, doubt of was I good enough? The enemy of comparison even hit, and it even dared me to quit. If you are on a journey of finding your purpose, do not quit. Don't quit on yourself. You might have to take a detour to arrive at your destination. And even though it might take longer, turning around and quitting will never get you there. If any of you have been on this journey and want to encourage others to not quit on themselves, give us a big thumbs up and a like. Leave it in the comments below. In the meantime, I have 2 points I want to share that has allowed me to find my purpose again. Number 1, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Psalm 32:10, many are the woes of the wicked, but the Lord's unfailing love surrounds the man who trusts in him. The moment, and I mean the moment, I relinquished all fear, all doubt, and stopped questioning how was it going to work, was the moment the blessings appeared. I continue working on the channel. I continued my homemaking and frugal ways while these blessings presented themselves. A loan we had was paid off. I sold some items that we couldn't use anymore. My son and daughter-in-law offered me the opportunity to watch my grandchildren, which is the biggest blessing of them all. So, if you type in the search engine of the internet, finding your purpose, several things and opinions come up. From the Greater Good magazine, they suggest that having a purpose is tied to health, longevity, even economic success. They also suggest that sometimes a purpose is found after experiencing hardship. Their steps for finding purpose consist of identifying the things you care about, reflect on what matters most, recognize your strengths or talents, try volunteering, imagine your best self, cultivate gratitude, and look to the people you admire. Another site said that having the feeling that they don't have a purpose is because people don't know what they want. Others say your purpose is your career. Even others question purpose with the meaning of life. If you have a true purpose for your life, would you leave it in the comments below? We would love to hear from you and celebrate you. So you might ask, have I found my purpose? Yes and no, but let me explain. The last 7 months, I have walked through many lessons, and if we are open, each day has a lesson of its own. In one of my previous videos, I realized happiness is not a destination, rather a daily choice. I also have come to the conclusion that purpose is a road we travel daily. Each day has its own purpose and gifts. It is up to us to embrace the gifts and welcome our purpose of the day. Each day, my purpose is to love the Lord with all my heart, to share and encourage other women on their journeys, to be a good steward to my health, home, and family, to plant, grow, and harvest a garden that will nourish our family. But yesterday, my purpose was to love and care for my grandchildren. As I sat on my granddaughter's floor coloring a giant coloring book, I peered up and saw the warmth of her smile. The way my 3-month-old grandson smiled and cooed every time we played was my purpose. So instead of viewing our purpose as another destination or accomplishment, try viewing each day with open eyes and open hearts. Trust in the Lord and embrace the purpose of each day and treating others with kindness. Thank you so much for watching Pinebrook Homestead today. I so look forward to seeing you on Friday, and I wish you many blessings.